Okay. Our next talk is entitled The League of Astronomers, and it will be given by Nancy Thomas from the University of Washington.
Hi, my name is Nancy. I'm an undergraduate student in the University of Washington Department of Astronomy, and I'm here today to talk to you about our undergraduate club, the League of Astronomers. I'm currently president of the club, and I'm happy to talk about it. We're a University of Washington official registered student organization, and we have been since 2012. We were actually pretty recently refounded. There was an earlier version of the group, but it got restarted in 2012, and since then we've had a lot of really great growth. The club has been really successful in recruiting a lot of new members. That was one of our focuses this fall, was actually going out to club fairs and trying to get a lot of interest in our club, and it worked really well. We have everyone in the club from seniors in astronomy to freshmen undeclared majors, and we're really proud to have such a diverse group. We have two primary goals as a club. The first is to engage the University of Washington and greater Seattle community through a variety of programming. And this includes research, outreach, events. So we're really proud of all of the work we put into putting on a bunch of great events to sort of spread interest in astronomy throughout our campus and just throughout our community in general. We also work to provide a clear connection between undergraduates in the astronomy department and the rest of the department, from faculty to graduate students to just other undergraduates. And that's been working really well. The way we do it is through mentoring. Mentoring happens on all sorts of different levels. The first is, of course, the unofficial, informal level, where you can think of just upperclassmen talking to underclassmen and getting to know each other better. We do this a lot through social events. So we regularly schedule game nights, movie nights, and other just fun events that we often even invite graduate students in our department to just get to know each other and have a fun time. But formally, we also have bi-monthly tea time seminars, which we just started this past summer. These have been really successful. Graduate students in our department come and talk about their research for about 45 minutes, and then for the rest of the time, about 15 minutes, we talk to them about what their experiences in astronomy have been like. So where did they go to undergrad? How did they end up going to graduate school, and how they found their way in this field. So that's been really helpful for undergraduates. Another thing we do is advising panels. These advising panels feature both faculty and graduate students in the department. We try to hold them quarterly. For example, last quarter we just had one on graduate school admissions, which was very timely and useful for a lot of our club members. We also offer weekly tutoring nights where we open up a study center for anyone taking any astronomy course at the undergraduate level. So upperclassmen in our astronomy club actually volunteer their time for free to help out whoever wants to come in and get help. So we have students from Astronomy 101, the very introductory astronomy classes, all the way to 300 and maybe even 400 level classes. Another thing we're planning to do is provide support for presenting at the Undergraduate Research Symposium. So this is one of the largest undergraduate research conferences in the country. Students from across Washington come to present at it, and also students from every department at UW. So we want to help undergraduates in the astronomy department present at this as easily as possible. So what we're planning to do is provide help in terms of looking over posters and having a practice oral session for anyone who's choosing to present with an oral presentation at this. Another main focus of our club, though, is research. So one of the main ideas we follow is the Student Radio Telescope, which is completely undergraduate operated, and it was supported with a lot of student proposals to the UW Student Technology feed. So these were undergraduate written and helped get a lot of the equipment there. Example projects include everything, including mapping galactic hydrogen. They're just independent projects that students in our department who want to get involved with research can. Another neat research thing is the Nastash Ridge Observatory, which is outside of Ellensburg, Washington. Our faculty advisor for the club, Chris Laws, takes students out all the time on either class trips or just on League of Astronomers trips to go do independent research projects here. And this observatory is almost entirely focused on undergraduate education. So students at UW have no problem getting time to work with hands-on equipment and get to know observing. Another research project that we're specifically really excited about is a project at the Dominion Astrophysical Observatory. We just this past fall, with our faculty advisor, Ada Larson, submitted a proposal to go observe a bunch of previously little studied open clusters and derive their metallicity from data from DIO, which is in Victoria, BC. And our observing proposal was written entirely by a group of students. We put it all together. Our advisor read it over for us, we submitted it, and we just recently got approved for a few observing runs worth of time this winter. So we're planning to hopefully even continue this project into the spring and summer and come back this time next year at AAS and present the results of this research project. Another really important thing to us is collaboration. So there's many other student groups, and not just student groups, in the Seattle area that are doing great things with astronomy. So the first is the Pre-Major in Astronomy program. I'm really proud to be an alum of this program. It's a grade 1 that's designed to foster freshmen into the astronomy major. You should go check out the poster that Michael Tremmel is giving on the program on Thursday. So I really recommend that. But we do a lot of community social events with this group and also provide a lot of sort of informal mentoring and advice to students. Another group we work with is the Seattle Astronomical Society. We've been doing star parties with them at the Theodore Jacobson Observatory for years. And in addition, this winter we're going to start going out and volunteering at elementary school science nights with them. Outreach is probably the single most important aspect of our club. We do a lot of it. And because of that, we decided to focus an entire poster on it. So please go visit Anthony Papp today, poster 160.07. That's it. Thank you.
Questions? Yes. Oh, sorry.
How many of your club members are astronomy majors, and how many of your club members took Astronomy 101 class?
I'd say pretty much everyone has taken some astronomy class. That's usually how they find out about our club. We try to advertise in Astronomy 101. We go speak usually on like the first day of the quarter. So a lot of our members found out about us that way. And the majority of our club members are astronomy majors. I can't tell you the exact percentage. I'm sorry, I don't have that number. But by far the majority are in astronomy and physics.
We have time for more questions. Yes.
How long have you guys?
Oh, wait, you need the mic. I'd be hard for me to remember that, sorry.
I was just going to ask how long you guys have been around for at your school. And is it
This iteration of the club has only been around since 2012. There was a previous group called the League of Astronomers that was around like 2007 to 2008. And then it sort of died off. It didn't have enough momentum to really keep going. So this group, though, has been really successful.
Go ahead.
What would you say will keep this iteration going as opposed to dying out like the last one?
That's why we focused so much on recruitment this fall. Getting a lot of new members really excited about the club and involved with our meetings is how we've been doing that. So a lot of us actually in the club right now are graduating this spring, unfortunately. So that's why the main goal of fall has been really getting a lot of new interest in it to take over once we're gone.
Okay, great. Let's thank our speaker.